Hi, Pam.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me what's going on today?
Um, well, I was actually able to get into an art show.
Oh, wow.
Which
Congratulations.
was yeah, it was really exciting. And my whole like kind of theme that I did for like my pieces was just like it was like a lot of stuff around the office that I painted. And then also I like painted a picture of the office as well. Like from the outside. And yeah, I was really excited. I, you know, I like told everyone in the office about it,
Mhm.
and invited everyone. Um, and I was like waiting, like because I went there like for the like the opening of it, like the reception of it to like stand by like my pieces and everything. Um and I was just like waiting for like them to come. Um and they just no one really came. So I was like a little sad about that.
So you're
Um
saying that you invited people from your friends from the office and no one ended up coming in the end to like the art show.
yeah, well, I mean I was there for a while and like no one really came, and then Michael actually ended up coming like right at the end.
How did that make you feel that he came and supported you at the art show?
It was really nice. Like, I know he's like kind of a goofball sometimes, but it was nice to have like at least one person support. And he like really he was like really supportive of like me there, and he actually like bought the piece that I made of the office, and then he like
He
framed it
did.
and hung it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
he hung your painting in the office.
Mhm. It was really sweet, and I could tell like it wasn't just like a like a pity a pity
Mhm.
buy either. Like he really like enjoyed it. So
Mhm.
that was really, really nice.
Well, that's amazing. And that's so like sweet of him that he ended up going to your art show. And that he was like the only one. Where are you now like with your art after that happened?
Um, well, the gallery is still like open. So like everything's still up there right now. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just like like waiting to see like if any other pieces like are bought. Just kind of to see what like people like what's sellable and what's like not sellable. Um, yeah, I don't know. So far, like nobody's like bought anything, but I really like enjoyed making the collection, so I think it's like good to kind of figure out, like what kinds of things like sell and what kinds of things are maybe like just like for yourself, like for your own personal art.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like learning that right now. Um, yeah, but I've still done like sketching and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's amazing. Um, Yeah, I know you said you wanted to grow in a lot of ways in the beginning when we started, and like looking at where you are now is just very incredible to see. Um, how is it going at the office with all of your coworkers now?
Um, it's good. I mean, it's been really, really different since um Jim hasn't been here since he like transferred.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I still like enjoy my other friendships there. Um, and I like haven't really been seeing Roy as much either, which is like honestly, it's been like kind of nice to be like a little more removed from him as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, you said that it was like going to be hard to see him around the office, especially after like the breakup.
Hmm.
Um, so that's, you know, good to know that you're not seeing him there as often. Do you feel more comfortable when he's not there?
Yeah, I do honestly. And part of that is like, I mean, it's not because of like him, but also like everybody knows in the
Mm-hmm.
office, and it's like people can just be kind of like insensitive sometimes, like, and they're like immediately feel like it should be awkward, so they like act awkward, like if the two of us are in the same room. So it's more just like that comfort level, I think.
Okay. Okay. Have you tried any of like the self-care things that we discussed 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I've actually been like journaling, and I kind of just like journal like in my sketchbook, like as this like at the same time that I sketch. So I've been like, if I have time, like at the end of the day, I've been trying to like do those two things together. Um, yeah, and it's been really helpful. I feel like I'm just more like introspective and like
Yeah.
in
Do you mind
general, yeah.
like sharing some things that you talk about like in your journal and some things that you draw in your sketchbook, like giving me examples, you know?
I guess in my sketchbook, I try to like draw what I see. So I just
Mhm.
draw like stuff that's like in like whatever like space I'm in at the time.
Yeah.
And then like for like the journaling, I just kind of try to like talk about like what happened in my day.
Yeah.
So it's more like I'm not like doing any like prompts or anything. It's more just like a diary, like um but I still talk about like what I'm feeling throughout the day and that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. Have you talked about some of the things that happened between you and Roy?
If I'm like thinking about it throughout the day, if it's like journal about it, um yeah, and I think I'm more talk about like how I've like grown from those experiences, and like how I know like just how I've realized that like it's better it's better for me to be like alone than to be with like the wrong person.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
revelation you made because I know you mentioned to me that you felt the need to like take care of him and
Mhm.
like you were with him since high school, so it was really hard to picture your life without him.
Mhm.
So like that's you made a lot of progress in that sense, you know.
Yeah, and, like, that was one of the things that, like, first when we first broke up, I, like, talked like, I, like, journaled a lot about because I was feeling bad, like, I was seeing him a lot because we still had, like, stuff we had to figure out for, like, how to cancel things for, like, our wedding and stuff like that, and just, like, getting stuff out of the apartment and, like, those kinds of things. And, like, I could tell was not doing well, and I
Mm.
kind of wanted to, like, my natural instinct is to, like, take care of him in that situation, but I kind of had to, like, bring myself back from that, um, and just, like, know that that's, like, not my job.
Yeah. And I think that's important to kind of journal about how you felt that need to take care of him and kind of emphasize the importance of taking care of yourself first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be something to work on um, for a little while because I know you guys were together for a long time and
Mhm.
it takes like a long time to heal from any wounds you might have from the
Yeah.
relationship. Yeah. Have you noticed like other wounds like opening up since the breakup or like things you noticed that you've been like neglecting?
Um, I think I'm more sad about, like, the situation with Jim, honestly. Um, I just, like, feel bad about the way that it ended.
Mm.
And now he's, like, not even here, so I can't even, like, talk to him about it, really. Um, and I did, like, reach out to him when I had my art show and, like, um, asked if he would, like, want to come. Um, and he said, like, he would try to make it, but, like, obviously he didn't end up coming.
Yeah.
Um, and I know that, like, that doesn't mean that, like like, he didn't want to be there, like, it could have been, like I mean, he's farther away now and, like, he has other responsibilities, so, I'm sure it was just, like, a logistical thing, but it just made me sad because he he's always been, like, there for me, and that was, like, a really important thing for me, and he wasn't there for that moment.
Yeah, I mean, from what you've told me, he was one of the only individuals in your life that had a positive impact and like always supported you no matter what. Like in your relationship with Roy, like in the art show, like he was kind of always like the neutral person.
Mhm. Yeah, and it had been something, like, that I talked to him a lot about before, like, trying to get into an art show, and he was, like, really supportive of that. So it just, like, made me a little sad that he wasn't
Hmm.
there for that moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I think we all go through that where we miss someone in our life that was very important to us. I guess, where are you now with Jim? Do you see yourself connecting with him? Like, I don't know, like asking him if he wants to do something else or like inviting him to any
Yeah.
other shows? Wi-Fi.
I guess I love it. Like I would anybody.
What did you say, Pam? I couldn't hear you.
Said like I I can't think of anything off the top of my head that like invite him to, but I do want to keep him, but also like I don't want to like step any boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
If that like it's kind of where I'm at with that. Am I cutting out again?
Yeah, just a little bit. Let me try.
Okay.
Let me try to start it. Give me one second. Okay, now I see you. Okay. So you said you just didn't you didn't want to overstep any boundaries with Jim.
Yeah, I just know like the whole situation was like complicated, and I don't know if he's like moved on or like healing from it. I don't want to like make that any more complicated for him.
Yeah. But you know, we can't assume what he's thinking. Like he could be thinking that like he really misses his friend Pam. Like he really misses the friendship that you guys have. Can you hear me, Pam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like blurry, but I can hear it.
Okay. One thing. Yeah, it's still recording. Yeah. Let me.